guys, and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new to the channel, as always, consider on hitting that subscribe button, as it lets me know you appreciate or enjoy the content I am bringing up for you guys. I am so sorry it's been 2 weeks since I've last had a video. I just now got over the coronavirus. Guys, please take this seriously. Please take your health seriously. If you're feeling sick, go to the doctor, get a shot. That stuff sucks. Do not wish it up on anybody. Glad I'm over. I will be getting my shot within the 90 days. Always representing Team Curry Bandit. And the field centers, you guys seem to love it. Show you guys a new field center, by the way, since y'all are family. Had all the guys from the shop sign this. Love my locals, 501 games. But guys, this is my updated Salamangreat profile. I will be doing some tweaks to this, but one of the things that my teammate Fudge told me to do is try to take a list, learn from the list, learn from your mistakes, and do what you can with it, and always adapt. That's what I love about Salamangreat. And you're gonna see a lot of Salamangreat deck profiles probably coming up soon versus the Shadal. Salamangreat can actually just adapt itself into a format or give you a fighting chance. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I went 1-3 yesterday. That was my first tournament back since I got COVID. A lot of my games I played close, and yeah, there's a lot of changes that could be done, but there's also a lot of stuff in here that might could benefit your locals. I actually built this more toward the meta or the upcoming meta, so just want to put this deck profile here for you guys because it may be something that I want to try. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the deck profile itself. So starting out with the board breaker / hand trap lineup, I'm playing 3 of the Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. Shout out to Steven, by the way, my teammate. I thought these are all first dead secrets. Taking a long time, but I finally got them. I played 3 of the Skullmaster. So Ash Blossom just generic, just hits everything generically. And Skullmaster with Tri Brigade, Drytron, and stuff like that coming to the forefront. Just having better graveyard disruption is a good thing. This hits anything in the graveyard that activates, where Ghost Spell kind of has to be a little bit more situational, so I decided to play that over it. And then 2 Forbidden Droplets. This will go to a 3rd droplet. I just do not own it, I had to order it. But I decided to play 6 hand traps and 3 droplets as the honorary hand trap, just to help break boards that you wouldn't be able to break before in the past if you had to go second. And it's just a good multi-purpose utility card going 1st or 2nd. To defend Buffalo, I will tell you guys, I would play 1 of the Debug with the 2 Buffalo. I feel like Debug is just way too better of a starter in this current format versus the Buffalo. The problem I have with Buffalo is every time I see it, I've never seen the Cybers to draw. And for the Salamangreat lineup, we're playing 2 the Spinny. 2 Foxy, 2 Spinny. Let me get that right. Card's actually just really cracked because it can just blow up a back row and special summon itself. This card is just a free body on board. 1 Gazelle, because, you know, obviously Gazelle is limited. 1 Jason Jaguar. We do not call him Jack, we call him Jason. So everybody say Jason Jaguar down in the comments, on the comment box. 1 Falco, 1 Foul. Now, from my last list, I only played 6 Salamangreat monsters, and now I'm playing a total 8. This is going to 9. A lot of you do want to see one of these in your opening hand with something else, and I do, and it's just getting to the point to where just Salamangreat is just really good 1-card combos. 1 of the Ibly, I kind of learned the ruling on it to make it to where it is an honorary normal summon, but it's just like my locals now is getting so used to it, so I just don't I don't rely on it as much as I did last time. Prohibit Snake. Card's cracked. If you just take your wolf and you beat over something, or you play your Heat Leo and beat over something that's in the graveyard, just gives you free advantage. This also can just help you out window. So if your opponent's best board is to window lock you, and that's what they have to rely on, so you just make your Balinks and as your 1 special summon, and then you just attack it into the window, and then before damage step, just pitch that into the grave, and it just outs the window. And then the 3 Parallel Exceed. Parallel Exceed is just pretty much Parallel Exceed itself could just be almost a 2-card access code talker. 3 Sonnet Mounting, as this is the other starter in the deck. It just gets you into whatever Cybers that you need. If you have the Gazelle in hand, or if you want to get to the Gazelle. Go ahead and say this right now. I noticed that a lot of people, when they're playing this deck, and I'm watching like highlights on this deck, or I'm watching like deck profiles on this deck, they're not using interactions. Guys, use interactions to use them to your advantage. If this is in your hand, you play Silent Mining, Pit, or any other Salamangreat, pitch this, add the Gazelle can special, activate effect. You never had to commit your normal summon. I've seen a lot of people when I'm watching like deck profiles or watching like follow up on decks or just watching people play the deck in general, they're not doing that and having the Salamangreat monster in their hand. Guys, remember that interaction when you're playing this deck. One Sanctuary, because we let it sit every freaking hand, it seems like yesterday. One Circle. I played 2 Will of the Salamangreat. This card is really cracked it because it's a, it's pretty much a soul absorb. Can't think of it. I'll edit it, but it's a ban. It's pretty much a ban card and a card that you could play as almost a 3 of. It just helps you play around the barrier. It also makes it to where you don't have to use your normal summon if you're afraid of disruption. This thing also has another effect where if you like relink your Balinks, I mean not relink your Balinks, but like your Wolf or your Heatleo, then you could just sack this card and put 3 different bodies on board to just go for game. It's just really nasty. And we play 2 Roar, 2 Rage. Guys, I do have these coming in super, so don't be like bashing me in the comment section. I know that y'all guys seen a lot of expensive high rarity in this deck so far. But like I said, this is the deck I'm rolling with. I told Fudge that for the next couple of months, I'm just going to play one deck and just keep on adapting it to our locals. Just keep on adapting it to where I play. Just to learn the deck better, to where I can become better with the deck. As far as this ratio, I believe in this ratio. I don't want to play 3 and 3. I just think that just too bricky in hand. Because you could search pretty much either of these, and the Roar can just set itself from the grave. A lot of people, I think, forget about that. One Forced Burial. Shout out to Fudge, by the way, for suggesting putting this in over the Monster Reborn, which I believe I did play Monster Reborn in the last list. This card right here baits Ash, but on top of that, it gets like Foxy in the grave, it gets Spinny in the grave, it gets Jason in the grave. This card is just really too good. It's a starter on its own. Now for free Pot of Desires, I noticed a lot of people are cutting this to 1 to even 2. I think it's incorrect. You play 3 Desires. It does kind of stink if one of the Desires draws is the Desires, but seeing this card more consistently in your opening hand to where you can make the board that you want, and then using that card to either follow up on follow-up or having disruption, it's just, that's the purpose of it. I think a lot of people forget about that when they're playing this deck. This card isn't meant to start your game. This card is meant to extend your game. And then for the last cards in the deck we play is 2 of the Solemn Strike, rounded out a 40 card list. I'm gonna tell you, I love this card. Is just really good, really good multi-purpose card going first or second. I was playing a Dragon Link player before yesterday, and I ended up hard drawing 2 of these. And he went first and set up his board. So what I had did was I just did the bare minimum I could to play through it, played through his disruptions, and then just set a bunch, and then let him bait himself into it to get killed on the following turn. A lot of people forget. I know that Salamangreat could do the access code talker play, but you can play past turn 2 in this deck, guys. Just always remember that. You can make your deck to where you can play defensive or you can play aggressive, and that's the reason I started picking this deck up. 2 Balinks, 1 Amirage, and I know a lot of people's like, why are you not playing 3? There is a lot of times that I found in testing that okay, if you're playing Jaguar, you could just put this back. Where if you have a hand with the Parallel Exceeding and a dead Ash in your hand, you can't make either of these, and that could have been a difference in the game. So I decided to play the Amirage to where it is a Salamangreat name, and on top of that, I can either use it going first to protect my Wolf from getting destroyed. So I have 2 ways of protection. Or I can just save this on normal summon my hand trap, use my Parallel Exceed to make access code talker. 3 of the Sunlight Wolf, best card in your deck, obviously, because it can recur your stuff, it can add stuff back from the grave, it can just, when this card is on the field, you have a chance, and that's a lot of things that I like about the card. A lot of people aren't playing this format, but I'm going to be playing it. 2 Heatleo. It is Heatleo, but I like to call them names. Spins back row. A lot of people are like forgetting you can make access code talker with this and still get the gain. You could go update jammer access code talker to what Heatleo and it gets you there. A lot of times you just go like second and there's set 2, climb into this, relink to this, spin both their back row back, and just kill them with access code talker. Update jammer, obviously, because, you know, we played a transcode, access code, Nightmare Phoenix just in here in case needed. A lot of times that I've found, a lot of times before when I first started testing this, I did not play this card. And now I'm glad I do, because this is a fire, and it gets you into your Heatleo or to get you into your Sunlight Wolf. And if you just co-link it, you did a draw, so that's nice. Transcode Talker. I found a lot in this variant that you don't hardly make Transcode Talker because, like I said, you can go Heat Leo off that Jammer, but it is nice to have if you're just going off the one card combo to get into this. Spice in the deck, I'm playing the Power Code Talker. This guy's actually really insane because he can negate a effect on the field. On top of that, if he is like, if you make him in, like, for example, you bring back Heat Leo with Will and put it up under his link arrow, you can use his other effect, Tribute the Heat Leo, and then he gets a 2300 point boost, so he sits at 46. So he can basically not only negate, he can just get over anything. Access Code Talker wins games, and then the last two cards in the deck is Dweller and Baguska. I would tell you guys this, Dweller is going to be really powerful in this format. I suggest playing it. Baguska is not going to be as powerful as it was. I would suggest, if I was y'all, playing the Garrus, that number 60, to let you draw 2 cards if you're going to be going forward with this variant. You play enough stun. You really play enough stun in that with your traps. So that's something that I would change. Another thing that I would change is I was posting the Power Code Talker, but I think honestly, if you wanted to make a change in the deck, change the Power Code Talker for Splash Mage. And I know there's going to be probably somebody in the comments section, what do I do if I cannot afford Access Code Talker? You play Desires, you can play the, brain fart here. You can play the guy that banishes. That, if he's a rank 4, he banish. Topologic Trispania, that guy, he can banish and gain attack. You play him. You can also play Avermax. Avermax is very cheap now. Then for the side deck, we played 3 Nibiru, 3 Drone Lockbird. This card right here is just really powerful. It's going to be really powerful this format, especially with Drytron into the mix. So Nibiru, I found in this deck that you just really kind of don't want to see it in hand. I just decided going second, so don't cut it, play it. For back row height, we play 1 Feather Duster, 2 Lightning Storm. If you cannot afford Lightning Storm, because I know it's an expensive card, play just 2 play Red Reboot, or you can play Cosmic Cyclone. 3 Twin Twisters. I just wanted to have a quick play that can play around stuff that activates, such as this deck doesn't care about Imperial Order, but it does care about there can be situations where it might, so it just wanted to people to take care of that. Also out zombie rules, and what's pretty cool about this is if you have like Fox, or you have Spinning, or you have a Jack in hand, you can just pitch them off, and it's not like you lost a you're pretty much getting a 3 for a +3, because you're popping up to 2 back row, plus be able to get them back at some point. And the last card I played in the deck was Dimensional Barrier. Drytron's coming back to the forefront. If you notice all the Team Curry Bandit videos, you see that they play a lot of zoo variants into things, so just basically side that's going first, call XYZ, and they don't have a fun time. Alright guys, well, this is my updated list. We'll probably be updating again in the future. Yeah, give a few shout outs to Team Curry Bandit, as you've seen on the Field Center. Link is for our videos and our pages in the description box below, so y'all please take the time out to look at that. Shout out to Fudge for helping me, always helping me with deck building, especially when it comes to this deck. This is a project that we're doing on our own. Shout outs to you guys. I have grown tremendously over my COVID leave. I believe I gained like 15 subscribers since I've not been on, so much appreciated. And yeah, so guys, it's good to be back. Should be having a couple more videos here coming up. So yeah, y'all just stay tuned to that. Love you guys, and we'll see you in the next episode.